Yes, folks, Jacinda Ardern and Emmanuel Macron really are useful idiots. They are useful idiots goose-stepping us all the way to full-on socialism. They say they want to stamp out hate speech on social media in order to combat terrorism, but in fact by doing so they're actually enabling terrorism. The following video here highlights exactly what I mean. Now this video, folks, is about a Kiwi guy who gets a visit from New Zealand police after the terror attack in Christchurch.
Sunday morning, 10:15, and we've got the police officers out the front. I'll see what they want. How you going? Just want to make sure we get. Just wonder what you guys can come on. I invite you on. Okay. So what's going on? What's
Nick, you.
I'm Nick. Yeah, I'm Nick Bosch. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. The reason we're here, it's basically down to the recent events in Christchurch with the shooting there, right?
Yeah.
Based on that, sort of a number of people have been identified of we've been tasked to go and speak to. So you're one of those people. That's
Really?
why we're here. Yeah.
So what specifically?
So that's
was
what I
that?
want to talk to you about, but I'm not really comfortable discussing this with you while I'm being filmed.
No, well, I think you should be because, you know, I mean, you come here on a Sunday morning.
Yes.
It's 10:45, isn't it? Right?
Yeah.
And you come here onto my property and now you want to discuss something.
Yes.
So I think we need to get a record of this and make sure that whatever you're doing coming around here, and I notice you've got your gun on your hip there, and presume the lady here's also got a firearm.
No, she doesn't.
Oh, great. Okay, well, but hey, but you've still got one. So you come around here, and you're, well, I'd say, intimidating with a firearm, right? And if you want to, if you'd like to talk to me, that's fine,
Yeah.
But I'd like everyone else in New Zealand to know what you're coming to talk to people about, right? And what's the issue, especially on a Sunday morning,
So, are you willing to speak to me off camera or not?
No, I'm not. I think it's important that people understand the direction New Zealand is going, right?
All right, okay.
And
Just go
that
us
you,
through it,
that
right?
put the police officers, okay, I'll find you. If you're becoming that sort of,
Okay.
What time? So you've obviously, I understand that you're upset that we have.
I'm not upset. I'm just interested in what the police have become,
All right.
and
Okay.
what they're becoming
Just
a
hear me out.
suppressant agent, political. They've been
Hold on a sec,
politicised.
just-
No. I think that you guys need to realise. What did you guys join the police for?
It's not about
What
that.
did-
All right. Listen,
Isn't it?
Just hear me out.
You
Because
have to ask
we're
yourself
not
some
gonna spend too
questions.
long here, all right? If you're not willing to speak to us off camera, then we won't speak to you. We'll leave. Okay?
Yeah. And so what will happen after that?
I don't know.
What
Look,
will most likely
what's
happen
happened is
another officer will come during the week. Obviously, if you've said
Well,
you've been with us.
Sunday morning.
You're coming
you know.
on Sunday
well,
morning.
when is a good time?
Well, a good time is when you want to talk. If you want to talk to me, we want to be able to. I would like, instead of you coming here and not in secret, but in sort of like, if you want to talk to people in New Zealand, then it should be open, right? And tell people exactly what you're asking them.
That's what we're
and
here for. We're here to talk to you openly, but not like this. Not with
Why not?
it being recorded.
why not? Because you're what? Are you scared that you might act a bit too intimidatingly, or
Am I being intimidated?
well, you've come here on a Sunday morning with a firearm.
When's
That's
a good time?
intimidating.
When is a good time?
And especially when you told me you said, look, you've come here to discuss the Christchurch shootings, and
No, I didn't say
no,
that.
you said
I said
people have
it's-
been identified, right? And
Anyway, I'm not
how have
gonna get into
how
this.
have you
If you're-
identified me? So you've been, I presume it's
I'm
Facebook,
I'm
right?
happy to discuss that with you, but
Yeah.
not on camera. So
No, well,
I'll
I'm
ask-
not.
I'll ask you again, are you
I
willing
think
to
it's
talk to us
super
or-
important that people understand what you can become political agents to. Okay, so come back whenever you like. We'll just.
Yeah, so what does this video tell us? Well, it tells us two things. One, social media has enabled us to see just how non-transparent the New Zealand police are being in regards to this terrorist issue. And two, social media, Facebook, has enabled police to identify a potential threat, an extremist perhaps. But now Ardern and her cohorts want to take all this away. They want to make potential threats invisible. Have a look at this.
Jacinda Ardern has revealed she's seen the Christchurch mosque shooting video. In an opinion piece for the New York Times, she says she inadvertently saw the footage, emphasising its staggering reach. It comes as the Prime Minister prepares to head to Paris tonight to pursue her Christchurch call in the wake of the March terrorist attack. Alongside French President Emmanuel Macron, Jacinda...
That's interesting. Macron, after decades of French people being attacked by radical Islam in France, he now waits until Muslims get attacked in New Zealand before he acts.
Ardern will head a summit of leaders from around the world. The goal, to end the ability to use social media to organise and promote terrorism and violent extremism. Those attending include British Prime Minister Theresa May, Justin Trudeau, Canada's Prime Minister, and Jordan's King Abdullah. The leaders of Ireland, Norway, Senegal and Indonesia will also be there. Major tech companies will send representatives too, including the big guns, Facebook, Twitter, Google and Microsoft.
Oh, Facebook will be there. Yes, of course. Zuckerberg just loves to silence right-wing speakers.
Facebook boss Mark Zuckerberg isn't attending, but the Prime Minister revealed a short time ago she's spoken to him.
When it comes to the tech companies, just yesterday I had an opportunity to have another follow-up phone call with Mark Zuckerberg in which he expressed support for the call. Facebook will be represented and will be...
Folks, this is a smokescreen. It has nothing to do with terrorism. This is all about speech they don't like. This is all about silencing opposition speech. You may have noticed that Mark Zuckerberg silenced right-wing conservative speakers around the same time as the new election cycle begins in America.